Good morning. I'm Courageous Fire. So, yep, you're actually. Let me fix that one part of my hair, at least the part you can see in the camera. Now, I said you're eating breakfast with me. I wasn't kidding. You are. I am having oatmeal, citrus sunrise tea, orange juice, and sausage. But what I'm also having is some thoughts that I wanted to share with you. So, I have had conversations at times with people about their relationship with God. Um, and they were really, really uptight about what they felt like they weren't doing right. And maybe you felt this way sometimes too, right? That whole, am I doing enough devotion time? Am I doing enough prayer time? Uh, have I read enough of the word? So, what's interesting is that the very God that you're seeking to carve out this very specific time with in order to have a good relationship with Him isn't like that. He actually speaks to us through us because that's easier for us to understand. I'll give you an example. So, if you've ever given birth, and I can really speak on this because I gave birth once and I was numb from an epidural. I gave birth a second time and I could actually feel everything I was doing. The amazing thing about that second birth is that my body actually spoke to me. It told me when to push, it told me when to stop. And when it came time for active labor, literally it was less than 3 minutes. And she shot out. And if you know my youngest daughter, she hasn't stopped with that type of energy ever since she's been in this world. But the point I'm making is I didn't need this complex set of directions. All I needed to do was listen to what my body was saying to me and authentically, organically, all by itself, that baby and I gave one another permission to do what we were naturally going to do and made to do anyway. Babies are made to mature at a certain point and come forth. Mothers who are expecting are made to carry those babies and bring them forth. It's what we're meant to do. So, that whole thing of, gee, I wonder how many times I should be in the Word and how long I should pray. Do you have a best friend? Whether it's your husband or your wife, whether it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend, whether it's that person that's been there for you through thick and thin, your best partner, your best girlfriend. Do you schedule like how many times you should call them? Do you? Do you obsess about how many phone calls or visits or whatever equal a good relationship? No. If that is your best friend, then you guys have a rhythm that you have established organically, authentically, just by allowing one another to just be. You know, it's really amazing when you listen to the growth process of your emotions, of your mental growth, of your spiritual self as you're maturing into the person you want to be. If you do that same type of listening and letting things authentically and organically tug you in certain directions, your spirit, your body will tell you, hey, I have a longing toward this. I have an urge to do that. And those things you will come to find out are what you're naturally built for. That's why you have that tugging and that longing for them, because you're supposed to do them. I really want to speak to the permission. You know what? As human beings, when we stop obsessing about dotting I's, crossing T's, and checking boxes, and we just stop and listen, so much is revealed. I came to you this morning because while I was eating my oatmeal, fixing my breakfast so that I could eat it, these thoughts came to my mind, and I wanted to share them with you because I want to invite you. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing as Courageous Fire, the movement, because I want to inspire beautifuls out there to give themselves permission by listening to who they really are to be that. And sometimes we hear things that completely conflict with where we're sitting, and that's okay. Because sometimes that conflict, that friction, that discomfort is put there to jar us into awareness that we're not where we're meant to be, so we can make moves and so we can change that. On June 27, 2020, I am going to have a very special evening where I'm going to invite you in a very, very group-oriented, village-oriented, unified way into permission. I don't want you to miss it. And so I'm going to ask you, after you finish this time with me this morning, to go to eventbrite.com and in the search, put in permission. There are tickets there. They are on sale now. Don't miss your opportunity to share with an entire audience and for me to share with you that special invitation to permission. Thanks for spending your breakfast time with me. I'm Courageous Fire. Blessings.